To address these issues, we discuss greater transparency and accountability in the supplement industry, including more stringent regulations and, of course, better education for consumers. Dato Dr. Rajan M., President, Malaysian Dietary Supplement Association, MADSA, joins me now in the studios to further the discussion. Dr. Rajan, thank you so much for making time for us. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you.
Wonderful. So let's get the conversation kick-started, Dr. Rajan. Is it too little, too late when it comes to hopefully effective supplement regulation for us? Now we're talking about the entire supply chain, from marketing all the way to the direct consumer, and looking at the proliferation of supplements and particularly the impact of social media on marketing channels. What are your thoughts as MADSA's president?
No, it's not too late and it's not too little. We've done a lot, but we can do a lot more. I think the consumer out there is looking for options. The consumer is also becoming more sophisticated.
Absolutely.
So if we don't match up to that, then there'll be a gap. I think that the industry has done a lot and will do a lot more. Globally, the industry has done a lot. Locally, there's a lot more to be done. But I think it's completely doable.
All right. So when we talk about it being doable, let's look at the fact that there's also so much more of an interest in the supplement industry, particularly due to the pandemic. And what has that shown us about consumers' wants, as well as how that is influencing the proliferation of supplements? Some of them, of course, unregulated, being actually openly sold in the market.
Okay. Let me first address the one about not registered and whatever, right? I think that's important. Or sold online. Right, so you don't know, right? Well, I would say, unfortunately, in many parts of this country, you can buy still supplements in pasar malams, where there is no proper regulation management. There is now a growth of the online business where the customer may be getting a brand that there's nobody behind it, nobody guaranteeing it, nobody giving them the support. It may be a product that's also expired or brought into the country in an improper way, right? So that's one, right? But the bigger thing is, what can we do as an industry? Now, consumers are becoming very sophisticated, as you said rightly so. In the pandemic, we saw that. But even before that, everywhere in the world, including Malaysia, year on year, the supplement market is growing. That's interesting because the drug market, which is the corollary to supplement market, is fully reimbursed by insurance and government and so on. But when it comes to supplement, you're electing to buy it on your own, out of your own pocket, and with no prompt. That's very counterintuitive. Why would I spend on this when I can get that free, right? So the consumers are making decisions. And the decisions of consumers are many levels. One is obviously, it's working for me, right? It's showing benefit. The other one is they are hearing from other educated consumers it's working, right? But I think the education levels are also, they're able to get more information online, offline, media, and so on. But what's interesting is at the very same time, consumers are being told, oh, you don't need supplements, just 4 drugs will do, just 4 meals a day will do, square meals will do. Many doctors poo-poo the idea of supplements, and yet, year on year, this is growing. Now, that tells us very clearly, right, that this is an industry that's growing. And whenever an industry grows, it attracts attention from everybody, from regulators, from politicians, from media, and we welcome that. I think that at a regulation level, right, there will always be a tension between the regulator and the industry, and that's normal, natural. What we need now is dialogue, so we can see how the other party sees this party, so empathy, right?
Exactly. So speaking about empathy and then also expanding multiple stakeholders in the industry, let's talk about something interesting that you touched upon in our conversation earlier, Dr. Rajan, which is the potential of the Malaysian rainforest, one of the oldest in the world for actually natural herbal supplements, which could also be another huge growth sector for the supplement industry.
Yeah. Again, we're back to the whole idea of regulation, research, development, and all
Absolutely.
that. But Malaysia has got some very, very unique advantages geographically, historically, globally. We are the oldest rainforest in the world, at least Borneo is. We're the oldest rainforest in the world. That's Guinness Book of Records. We have an amazing confluence of the 3 major cultures of Asia, the Malay culture, the Chinese culture, and the Indian culture, and they've cooked here together for 500 years.
That's right. We've got also 15,000 species in the rainforest, 3,000 of those medicinal, right?
Yes. And that's what we know. There's some we don't even
Exactly.
know, right? And then there is probiotics, which are what we find in the soil. That's again unique by itself. I mean, there's some very interesting research being done on probiotics found in the soil that's cancer protecting, for example.